Hey everybody, Jenny Tooley here. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing good. We started just a few minutes early so that people could get, settled in, find us. We are in a creative bubble right now. We're actually going to create our creative bubble in just a few minutes. Until then, we are going to talk a little bit about fear and getting grounded. So in every creative bubble, we take time to get grounded before we start. And the reason for that is I find that grounding is really important in all areas of life. It's not just about my creativity or getting ready for something. It's literally daily life. I need to get grounded, because if I'm not grounded, I'm living 3 months out in my brain. And I gotta tell you, living 3 months out is not a good place to live, because I don't have the kind of life, and I think most of us don't have the kind of life right now where we know what's going to be happening in 3 months. My brain's like, okay, so how am I going to pay the rent, even in December? How are you paying the rent? Well, I'm not really sure. My brain starts freaking out, my nervous system goes, oh my God, we're in danger, and all kinds of stuff happens. So what I have to do is I have to make sure that I'm really living in the present moment. How do you live in the present moment when everything is so chaotic? How do you remain serene and peaceful in the present moment when there's so much craziness happening outside of you? Well, that's a long-term practice. And I have a lot of experience and tools to make that happen. So you can hop over to jennytooley.com, sign up for the newsletter, and I'll share some of those with you. I'm also going to be sharing those in our email programs. I just launched an email program called 25 Days of Light that's happening in December, where you get an email every day for 25 days in your inbox, and it's got self-care tips, resources, and just, some good loving. Just some good loving to keep you lifted up, especially during that really stressful holiday time. So that's one thing. Another thing that I can give you right now is a practice that I've learned. It's really simple. All you have to do is sit here and look around. And if you look around, so like if I'm sitting here and I'm looking around, what do I see? Well, I see the camera I'm looking at, right? Okay. I've been given that gift, and I'm grateful for it because I can communicate with you guys. I have a lamp next to me that gives me light. My little cats are sitting over here. They're perfectly healthy. They're looking out the window. There are birds out there, so life is going on. My hands, I've got hands. They're beautiful. They're functional. So if I sit and look in this moment, I can see that everything is actually okay. And that took me a long time to figure out. If I can be present here in this moment, most of the time, I'm actually just fine. In fact, I might be better than fine. So that's a practice that you guys can take home with you, or work with you, or in the car with you, or wherever with you. It's just to look around, even when you're thinking, oh my gosh, this space that I'm in, this world that I'm in is kind of scary and kind of weird. There's probably something there that you can see that will ground you and that you can be grateful for. All right, you guys. So let's get this bubble started. Welcome to the Creative Bubble. I'm going to get you guys up here on my phone. Okay, perfect. It's time to settle in. So in the Creative Bubble, what we're going to do is we are going to first choose a goal, which is what we're going to do during this time. So you're going to have about 20 minutes on your own to work on something creative or to be creative, okay? So what are you going to use the time for? That's your goal. And you can go ahead and type it in the comments. And then we're going to do an intention. So an intention is a little bit different from a goal. The goal is what we're going to do. The intention is how we're going to approach that. So my intention today, my intention for the next 20 minutes for my creative bubble, how am I going to approach? So my goal is I'm going to work on my script for 20 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Can I work on a script for 20 minutes? Just 20 little minutes? So apparently I need to keep my intention to keep it simple. So I'm going to work on my script for 20 minutes, and I'm going to keep it simple. All right? So you're welcome to write that in the comments. And Once you're done with that, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. And we're going to do a grounding moment. So this is basically a guided meditation, just to get you centered. Usually we just focus on our breath, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. So find your feet on the floor. They're down there somewhere. Feel the ground underneath you. Let your spine be nice and long. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. And if you're somewhere that you can close your eyes, go ahead and do so. And just taking a nice deep breath. This may be your first deep breath of the day, so let's enjoy it. We're going to do another one. And if your breath is getting caught in your chest, just start to relax your belly a little bit so your breath can move down towards your belly. Good. So we're going to do a box breath today. That's where we're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold the breath for 4, exhale to the count of 4, and hold the breath for 4, and then do it all over again. All right? So inhaling, counting to 4, holding the breath for 4, and exhaling for 4. Holding for 4, and inhaling. And your breath may be different length than mine. That's totally fine. Work at your own pace. So inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding for 4. It is amazing how that can change your whole being and your whole perspective, isn't it? So we're going to take one more inhale, hold it, exhale, and at the bottom of the exhalation, I just want you to push all that air out. Just push it all out. Use your diaphragm, push it out until there's nothing left, and then relax. And the air is going to flow naturally. Beautiful. And while you're here, I just want you to imagine, let's make a creative bubble around ourselves. So let's put a bubble around ourselves wherever you are. If you're at work, if you're at home, if you're riding on the subway, wherever you are right now, I want you to imagine that there's a bubble around you, and only what you want to be in that bubble with you is going to be in that bubble. So if there's already stuff in there that you need to throw out, throw that stuff out. I promise you it'll be there later. It's going to be knocking on the door of the bubble out there. It's going to be like, hello. You don't have to listen. So throw all the stuff out that you don't want in there with you. And then if you don't have what you need, or if you feel today like you don't have what you need, you can imagine those things dropping into the bubble with you. Or if you have a higher power, whatever that thing that is bigger than you is that helps you, can drop those things in there with you. So now you have everything you need. And I'm going to expand this bubble out, not just for the next 20 minutes for you, but for the whole day. You have everything you need for the whole day with you here. Okay? Okay. So just gently open your eyes. And we're going to take the next 20 minutes to play, work, create, whatever you chose to do with your time, whatever your goal is in your bubble today, go to it, and I'll meet you here when the timer hits 0. Hey everybody, we are back. How did it go? How was your bubble today? Tess chimed in earlier with her intention, and it was to play with her new song, and we would love to hear how that went, Tess. My bubble went great. I got a lot done. I don't necessarily when I'm in a creative zone, I try not to. I'm a doer. I have to do. That's why I can produce things. That's why I could produce an entire movie. It's because I'm such a doer. But in creativity, I have to be careful because I don't always need to be doing and having a metric and having all these things for success, which is why today I said my goal was to spend 20 minutes working on my script, not that I was going to accomplish something specific in that 20 minutes. So, I achieved my goal. I spent that time working on my thing, right? When we're in creative bubbles, we always approach, it's like on Zoom, we have a creative bubble on Tuesday night, and it's all in person. And I love that bubble. Everybody's really supportive and excited for each other. And you're going to see the little kitty cat here. Bing, bing, bing. No advice, no criticism. We actually just support and encourage in the bubble. So I want to make sure that Facebook Live here and my Zoom bubbles are a safe space where you feel like you can show up and be yourself and accomplish or not accomplish or, just whatever you need to be or do during that time. So, yeah, Tuesday night bubbles. Okay, I'm getting my pointy fingers up here. Tuesday night bubbles. 8 to 9:30 Central Standard Time. Love the Tuesday night bubbles, you guys. It's great to see people. It's great to be in that safe space. Even though they're an hour and a half long, we really only spend, I want to say, about 20 minutes together. But that together time is some really solid, good together time. Our format is the same as we use here on the Facebook Live bubble, but you have a lot more time to do your creations. All right. So Tess just chimed in. She had a very productive, enjoyable work break. You're so welcome, Tess. You're so welcome. Good. I'm glad you had that today. And I hope to see you Tuesday night. Yay, in the bubble. So yeah, Tuesday night bubbles are awesome. Also got the new Creative Life Support email program coming out. Yes, it is launched. You can go to jennytooley.com, click on the email programs, and I'll put a link here in the comments section when we're done here. Email program is awesome. So I was thinking, how can I offer support during this time that's really simple and accessible? And so what I decided to do is I love advent calendars. That's the first 25 days of December. And I love getting mail. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be sending out an email a day to your inbox that's going to be a self-care tip or a resource or just, a nice little inspiring love note. It might also be a little exercise to get you into a different zone, a different frame of mind, so that you can get some support there for those 25 days at the top of December. And then we're going to do that in January too, where I'm going to do a 14-day program that's going to help support you and your goals, your New Year's goals. So that's going to be like it's 21 days. It's 21 days. 21 days of affirmations to help keep you moving towards your New Year's goals. And then in February, of course, it's Valentine's Day. So we're going to do 14 days of love notes. Super fun. You can find that at jennytooley.com. I'm also putting together a 7-day immersion. So we had a creative virtual retreat back in August, and it was really it was really an in-depth immersive experience. And I wanted to find another way to do a retreat in November that might not be as intensive, but would still give you guys what you need. So we're doing a 7-day immersion on how to combat and heal burnout. Yes. So set your market calendars for that. That's on November 9th through the 15th, I believe, smack dab between the elections and Thanksgiving, which is exactly when you're going to need it. So I'll put more information out there as it comes up, as I'm inspired and the muse hits me. So there you go, you guys. So grateful that you were able to come with us today in this creative bubble, and I hope you have a beautiful one, and I will see you next week. Love you guys.